Hi, welcome to my card and a cuppa for Wednesday the 13th of August 2025. My name is Denise McCabe and I'm a Stampin' Up demonstrator in Australia on the New South Wales Central Coast. So welcome. Now I am going to see if I can double check and see if I've gone live in the right spot. Normally I'll get an email telling me I've gone live, but it's not saying I have. So let me just, oh yes it does say I've gone live. So, oh hi Margaret. I was just double checking to make sure I'd gone live and I didn't have my slide up when I first went live, and oh my goodness, hi Felicity. So I do have my little Rosie in my room here, but she might want to go out at some point, so I'll just see how she goes. So welcome to Card and a Cuppa today. Today we're going to do a sketch. Really easy sketch, and I'm using something that's on the last chance product list because I thought it needed to have a little bit more love before it goes away completely. And so that's what we're going to do. And I'm making one card with a sketch, and then this particular product is so easy to put cards together that I thought I'd quickly do another two. So hopefully I won't be on here for too long. She says. Okay, so what's news in the Stampin' Up world? Just the in-colour sale that's still going. I hope you got your order, Felicity. I think I ordered the same day as you and I've got mine, so I hope you got your order in. So yeah, it's just the 2025-2027 in-colours. Oh, Marilyn's having cataract surgery. Oh no, I hope that goes well. It's so high tech now, and you're not even in overnight anymore for cataracts. It's amazing. I hope that goes well for her and is a huge success. So yeah, it's the 2025-2027 in colours. Anything with those in colours in them. So a card kit, designer series paper, the washi tape. Ah, good. Yes, I got mine yesterday too. The washi tape that I believe is currently in stock. That has got the in colours in it, so it's 15% off. So anything with any of the in colours in it, 25, 27 in colours, that sale is running through till the end of August. So that's good. And when we go down to the craft desk, I'll show you something that I've got that I want to know if you want one. I have received it and it's lovely. So let's go down to the craft desk and get started. Okay, this is what I'm talking about. This is the September to December mini catalogue. Now, it's a Stampin' Up rule. I can't show you the inside of it. You didn't order on Monday, Margaret. Monday. You should have that by the end of the week, I reckon. Yeah, I've already put one aside for you, Felicity. Yeah, so it's the September to December 2025 mini catalogue. I always refer to this as the Christmas catalogue. To me, that's what it is. It certainly does have other things in it because it's an American company. It's got autumn things in it. But to me, this is the holiday catalogue, the Christmas one. You won't find much, or I don't even think there's any Halloween in it, because the Halloween, they're putting more into the online exclusives now. So this will go live on the 3rd of September, which I believe is a Wednesday. And also a new lot of online exclusive products will go live on that same day. Now this one is worth looking at as well because there are quite a lot of Christmas things in the online exclusive release in September. Hi Leslie. So don't think this is all the holiday offerings, the Christmas offerings. Make sure you look at the September online exclusive list as well when it goes live on the same day. And also there are already some Christmas stamp sets available. In a previous online exclusive release, there's the Jar of Joy the Jar of Joy stamp set that matches the jar punch. There's Bauble Blooms, which is like a nice bauble one. I've done a couple of videos with that. And there's also the, what's it called? Wonderful Moments. I think that's what it's called, in the annual catalogue. It's a big 4-piece background stamp. So there are other Christmas stamps available already, but then this is coming, and so are the September online exclusives. So keep in mind. But yes, Felicity, I've got a little box happening for you, so I'll put one over on your box. Okay, so today we're going to play with this Frames and Flowers 12 by 12 Specialty Designer Series paper. This was in last year's annual catalogue, and it carried over into the online exclusive range. Well, it's now on the last chance product list, and it's been reduced down to $15.75. It's, how do I say, it's an interesting pack of paper. You get, what do you get? You get 6 12 by 12 sheets. 3 of them are paper, like just your normal 12 by 12 paper. So there's this one, obviously 12 by 12, and that's the back of it. You get this one. I think I've used up most of one. This one is the one I've used up. You won't be able to see all of that. Or is that one? You get this one, and that's the back of it. Let me see what else you get. Maybe you get 3. You do get 3. Let me just see if I can whittle this out. No, that's all right. I have obviously used up my 3rd piece. I'm wondering whether that's it, but it's blank on the back, so I'm just thinking it might not be. Then you get 3 pieces. No, see, that's that piece, so that's not it. I don't know what my 3rd piece of DSP was. Let me have a look in my scraps. I've got lots of scraps. Wasn't that one? It's this one. Is that the same as that? It is. Okay, I don't know what the 3rd piece looked like now. Oh, that must be it. So that looks the same to me, but the backing is the backing different? Yes, the backing's different. So you get 1 each of these pieces of paper, but that's all I've got left. Then you get, let me put my scraps back away so I don't get myself into a complete muddle. Then you get one of these pages, which comes with a strip in the middle and these frames or panels that you can use on cards. And you get 2 die cut pages that have a multitude of die cuts. Hi Elizabeth, thanks for joining and hopping on today. Multiples of die cuts that you can pop out, and you get 2 of these pieces. And like, you get wreaths, so you could use it for Christmas. You get oval wreaths. You get all these little sprays, all sorts of things. I've decided I'm going to put this into my scrapbooking section because there's some really interesting corners that you could use on scrapbooking pages. So there's many pop-outs. So that's 6 12 by 12 sheets. 3 are double-sided paper. And then there's 3 that are die-cut pages. 2 like this, 1 like that. I hope that makes sense because I don't have my last year's catalogue handy to show you how it looked. But if you go to the online store, they've probably got some photos of how it all looks before it all pops out and gets into a big fat mess like this. So let me try and ease this back into my paper pack. But yeah, I decided when I saw this on my shelf yesterday, I have to be honest, I am having a little bit of what is it when you lose your mojo? Right, I just am struggling to come up with ideas at the moment, and I have no idea why. So I thought I'd play with this and make this easy, and that's why I've been doing sketches the last few weeks, because I've been struggling. But yeah, this is really nice, and for $15.75 you get a lot of stuff that you can play around with. Use some for scrapbooking, some for cards. It's really pretty paper, and the colours are pretty Pretty Peacock and Lost Lagoon, the base colours, and Petal Pink is the pink, and the orange is actually Pumpkin Pie, but it looks a little bit muted, I reckon, but that's what it is. So that's what we're playing with today. So, online exclusives, last chance product list. So let me just, I've got some scraps here. I've put this piece of paper down because it stops the glare. But if it gets annoying for me, I'll throw it away. Okay, so I've gone to my little sketchbook, and I've had a look at this sketch. I know, it's really horrible when you get into a bit of a, you know, a slump with creative ideas. You sort of think, I've got so much in my craft room, why can't I think of anything? There must be something I can do because I've got so much stuff. But anyway, I had a look at this sketch and I thought, yes, I can do something with that. Surely I can do something with that. So that's kind of, I haven't gone by the measurements in this book. I've just gone with my picture. My picture is my clue. I'll hold it up closer. Your mojo's been gone for quite a while. I know, I don't know what happens. I know it's happened to me when I've come home from a holiday. I've been away for a couple of weeks and I've come home. But I figure that's probably because I've stopped and not kept doing stuff. But I don't know what's going on at the moment. Okay, so I haven't followed any measurements. I've just made my own measurements up as I've gone. And that's the sketch we're going to do. And I do like the way she shows it in portrait and in landscape, because the same sketch, just turn your sketches around and see what they look like in landscape. They work just the same. So that's what we're going to play with today, that sketch. And I came up with this little idea with some of these pieces of paper, with this card, with this paper pack, Frames and Flowers. That's what it's called. Such a simple card, really, really easy. Oh, and see, then I did write down my measurements, you see. Really simple card. Nothing hard about this card. Okay, so let's put that there and let's just get started. So I have got a card base, an A5 card base, scored at 10.5 centimeters. And we're just going to burnish that down like so. And I didn't do that. I either didn't score that very well or I didn't burnish it very well. So let's have another little try. There we go. That'll do. And then I've got a piece of Lost Lagoon and I have run that through the eyelet in 3D embossing folder. That's, hi Lynn, hi Barbara, thank you for hopping on. I have run it through the eyelet embossing folder, which I believe is in the annual catalogue. Otherwise I would have written where else it might have been, and it's still current as far as I'm aware. But you know what, things go so quickly these days, I don't know where they're going. So I just think that's a really pretty embossing folder, and it's just nice. So I'm going to attach that to my card front, and just with my glue. So such a simple sketch. So this piece of cardstock is 9.5 centimeters by 13.9. I've gone in a little, half a centimeter smaller than your normal matting piece onto your card base. Then I've got this piece of Pretty Peacock, and that's, now on my card I did 8 centimeters by 10 centimeters, but on this I did change it. I did 8 centimeters by 7 no, I did not. I did 7.5 centimeters by 10. So it's the same length, it's just it's half a centimeter smaller. The painters have taken over your house. Well, that's no good, is it? Or is it good? Are you having your house painted because you're getting ready to sell? I've got my cuppa, my green tea. I hope you've got your cuppa as after all, it is card and a cuppa. I know our house needs painting, but I don't even want to think about that. And I've got one, now this was, what is it? 6 centimetres by 9.5, piece of DSP. Ah, it's getting close. So I am going to get my trimmer out. And as I said, it's 6 centimetres wide. And I'm going to cut this into 2 centimetre strips. I'm going to keep it in order as I cut it so I can put my design back together. And like, you could do this layout with any designer series paper. Okay, so we're going to move that across and we're going to bring our pieces back in. And I'll just check Rosie. Oh, she's happy. And I just think that looked a little bit better. I thought that was a bit too wide, so I just wanted to narrow it in a little bit. And I've got my pieces flowing on, so if you were to put them together it would match back up, but we're just going to stagger them. So I'm going to start with this piece and I'm going to put that there with my border, top, bottom and to the right. Whoopsie. And then I'm going to go over to my left one, my left hand side. See, now I've already got things stuck on my paper. And I'm going to put my left hand side one on. How cold was it in Marunda this morning, Felicity? It was pretty cold here when I took Rosie for a walk. You probably won't think it's cold. It was 7. But I thought that was cold. And then I'm going to put this one in the middle. Now I do my 2 outside pieces, panels first, and then I know I can get my spacing right. If I went from left to right, I'd have my spacing all over the place. I'd have this one too close, this one too close, and then too much left over on this side. So I do my 2 outside pieces and then I put the one in the middle in, if I'm doing it like that. And the same if I was doing more. If I was doing 5 pieces, I'd work from either side and work in. That's just me. I just find that that's easier with getting my spaces in between more even. It was cold and a frost, yes. I thought there might have been a frost where you were. It kind of looked a bit frosty across the road from us on the soccer oval, but I don't think it was. I think maybe it was my eyes. I've got new glasses, but I don't wear them all the time. I wear my old ones more. But I thought it was a little bit frosty, but not quite sure. But yeah, I thought definitely you would have had frost. Now this is going to go up on dimensionals. And let me, of course, I've got no more dimensionals left on that sheet. Let me grab another sheet. Well, they're little ones. I don't want little ones. I want big ones. They're little. They're little. I obviously need to order some big ones. They're black. I have got none. That's ridiculous. I have got no more. Oh, hang on. There we go. Saved by the bell. But I do think I need to attend to that situation. Oh, hang on. They're all stuffed up the end. I have got lots. Let me put all these ones away. We don't need all those. You probably wonder why I've got so many. It's because I run classes and I do supply them in my classes. I don't just have a problem of collecting dimensionals in my drawer. Oh, that wouldn't be really a problem, would it? Okay, I'll just get one out. And I'll put one back over here. Okay, now where were we? Okay, that's right. We're going to put dimensionals on the back of this. So I'll use up some of my edges on this first. Yeah, it was a little bit chilly on our walk. I actually made myself a hot chocolate. Ah, that's nice. I'm glad she's home. That's amazing that they can do that surgery now in a day, like it's a day procedure. Oh my goodness. Oh, well, I hope she can rest up. She can always watch the replay. Yeah, I made myself a hot chocolate. Just one of those aero stick ones that you can buy in the box with all the sticks. I thought, you know what, I'm going to make one of them, take it with me on my walk instead of my cold water. I'm not going to drink my cold water on my walk this morning. Okay, so that's that. And where's the book gone? Here it is. As you can see, I'm not really following it exactly, but it just gave me inspiration. I didn't do a banner all the way across. I just did a little banner down here. Just gave me inspiration, and I tucked some of the die cuts in behind, so we're going to do that. There's my banner. I need Pretty Peacock, and I used this one, Unbounded Love. Now this one is gone onto the last chance product list, and because I haven't, silly me, noted it comes with a whole lot of dies. I haven't noted if it's discounted, so I will look at that and put it in the description after the video. This is one I will be on selling, so if anyone's interested in it, touch base. Let me grab the dies and I'll show you the dies. These are all the dies that go with it. Now some of them are a little bit tricky because they cut out, let me see, this one here, I thought that would be the whole banner with the leaves, but it actually cuts out the leaves and then the center part as well. So it sort of cuts two. Does that make sense? So these are all my little, yeah, like here we go. See, that fits back in like that. So that one there, when you die cut it, I thought it would be all one piece, but it's not. It does cut out. But it gives you the option of doing different color coordination and stuff like that. So a lot of them do that. They cut out a frame and the inside piece. As you can see, I have a bag full. But yeah, it is on the last chance product list, and once it's retired, I will be on selling this because I cannot fit any more into my craft room. I have to get rid of stuff. It's becoming dire. Okay, so this is the little May All Your Wishes Come True. I think that's a really nice sentiment. Oh, you bought this book, Lynn? The sketchbook? It is quite good, and I don't follow any of the dimensions. I just look at the picture and work it out myself because the dimensions are all in inches, so they're pretty kind of useless for me because I prefer centimeters. But yeah, I just look at the picture. That came from a New Zealand demonstrator called Jackie. Came as a digital download. Jackie Williams, I think. Yeah, Jackie Williams. She's the top demonstrator in New Zealand. And I bought it, and it was a digital download, and I just downloaded it, printed it out, and then took it to Officeworks, as you say. I tell you who else does really good sketches, and she does little videos every week or every other day. Have I got dirt on that already? Goodness me. I have. Now I'm going to have to stamp over the top of it. Let me just stamp. Let me get that right. Sorry, my head came in. I didn't bring it down. Oh, you like inches, do you? Well, it works well for you. There we go. You can't see my little spot because I've stamped over it. Same name, Jackie. Jackie, I think her name is Bullis. She is known as Klompen Stampers because she's originally Dutch. And she does little videos every other day, and they're sketches. And I think she has a book that you can buy as well. But I think I looked at the price of it and American dollars, and it was just, whoa, astronomical for us to buy in Australian dollars. But you can just make up her sketches, and she does it in videos and says you can do it that way. I did some, and I just used old designer series paper and old cardstock. And you don't make up, like, it's just half a card front, like just a card front, and you just put it all on the back, all the information on the back. She does these and in videos, and like I just watched one before I went live today. She did another 3, and then she's got these all sitting in like I don't know what it'd be, like some sort of plastic container, and she can just flick through them and find a sketch whenever she wants one. And I thought, you know what, I must go back and do a few more of her videos and make up a few more sketches like that as well, because they're really good to have. And just flick through a little file. Now, I've got my linen thread. I said I was going to do 3. I'm already at 26 minutes. And I'm just going to wrap my linen thread around 3 times and grab my scissors and cut. And then I'm going to just hold the ends together like so. Turn my little banner over. Oh, Rosie's decided to pop back into her bed. And put a little bit of seal down, not onto the paper. Get off. And then I'm just going to press my linen thread down like so. See, paper's not working for me. What do you love, Felicity? The Stampin Stampers way of doing the sketches. Is that what you're talking about? Which Jackie do you like, Lynn? Do you like the Jackie Bullis Stampin Stampers or the Jackie Williams from New Zealand? I think when you're saying the price was rather rich, I think you're meaning the American lady. I know, I can't even remember. It was so much, it shocked me so much that I just went, well, that's not happening. And I just went on to something else because I thought, whoa. Okay. So I've just wrapped that around my fingers 3 times, held the ends, put a little bit of sticky down and pressed it onto the sticky, and now I've got some loops on my banner. Yeah, okay. Well, we're on the same page then, Lynn. I just sort of thought, geez. And I don't think it was actually how much she was charging. It was more like the currency conversion that blew me away. Okay. Or maybe it was how much she was charging. I don't know. But I just thought, hey, that's not happening. Okay, so I put 3 dimensionals on the back, and I put 1 dimensional over the top of my linen thread just as an extra security to keep it down. And I don't want to cover up that spray going there, so I am going to put it pretty much in the same place because I think it looks really good there. So that's that. I didn't put any bling on that, just realized. Maybe I won't make 3 cards. Oh, my folder with sketches in it. Yeah, I need to do more of that. But when I have these patches of not being very creative. Okay, let me grab my chamois. Oh, that needs a bit of a wash on the back to make it sticky again, but that's okay. Okay, let's pop it away. Now, I won't do any more to it just yet. I will just put that to one side. But that's our card following a very kind of simple basic sketch. I have changed it a little bit. I didn't do my panel as long. I think she's put her strips onto this panel behind, whereas I did another block. You know, it got me started anyway. And that's what I needed. I needed to get started. You watch Jackie Bullis also? Yeah, I pretty much do the same. And that's what I do, Elizabeth. As I said, I watched her just before I started this video, and I thought, yeah, I need to start doing this again. So I will go back and stick some little sprays or something in there, but I just wanted to show you a couple more cards with this same paper pack, the Frames and Flowers Specialty Designer Series paper. That's a lot to say, isn't it? So once again, it's Pretty Peacock. My paper is slipping around on my glass mat, but I don't have the glaring problem, the glare from my lamp, so that's always better, isn't it? So this is some of the paper, this paper that we've used. So, and I'm going to mat it onto a piece of Lost Lagoon. This is one of the die cuts out of the 2 pages that you get to pop out all the die cuts. So let's do some matting. So Rosie doesn't mind going for a walk. She's quite keen to go for her walks, even if it is like 7 degrees. I remember one day she wasn't at all interested, so I said, okay, I'm going without you. And she just sort of looked at me as if I went, as if to say, you can't do that. And I thought, well, yes, I can. When I got back, she was all over me like a rash. I was like, Mummy, you left me. And she hasn't done that since. I wonder why. Okay, I have got this. So they're just your normal matting pieces, 10 by 14.4, 9.5 centimeters by 13.9. This little square is 8 centimeters by 8 centimeters of the peacock. I'm going to put that there. What did I do? There it is. This is one of our little die cuts from this beautiful paper. And I have used the good old stylish shapes, and I've used the squares. So gonna have to have a very small sentiment for this square, but I'm putting a square there and this one on top. So I have got my Simply Said stamp set. Let me put the lid on my glue before I get into trouble. And I thought the hello might work. Oh, it just fits. Look at that. I love my morning walks too, Felicity. I look forward to them as well. I find it clears my head, and sometimes I listen to a podcast or the book I'm reading, an Audible book at the time, whatever I'm reading. I won't bring my head in. Hello. Other times I just listen to the birds as I walk. But yeah, I just find it clears my head and makes me, I don't know, feel calm and settled for the day. Does that make sense? Seems a bit silly really, I guess, but anyway, that's me. Probably in winter time I should do it, you know, when it's a little bit warmer, but I just like going first thing. I go before I have my shower. I get up, put my exercise clothes on before I have my shower, and off we go. And yeah, I just really like it. Going for a walk, sitting on my walking. When I used to visit my mum in the nursing home, Margaret, Rosie would go on her walking, her walker. She'd sit on the walker, and Mum would walk her round to the dining room, and, you know, everybody would ooh and ah over little Rosie. So, get that off. Now that's going to go there. I think I will put that on dimensionals. I just got them. Where are they? Here they are. No, we're not getting old, Felicity. Well, you're not. Goodness. You're way young. I think I qualify for that comment more than you. Okay, on to my little, come back here, my little frame. And see, now I don't have to. What wouldn't have you? Clear the clutter in your head. Yeah. Now, Lynn, you love this card and you wouldn't have thought of what? What wouldn't have you thought of? What, doing this? And now I think I'll put that flat and then I'll pop this piece. So this is one of those die cuts from this paper pack that you get. It's sort of like an ephemera pack, but with 3 sheets of designer series paper as well. That's sort of what it is. You know how they've gone to lots of ephemera packs? Nah, he's not lazy. He just knows when he's on a good thing. Now, have I stuck that on straight, Denise? Let's just tweak that wash while we can. Maybe it's the square I haven't stuck on straight. I think that's better. Yeah. Ah, okay. Yeah, well, I was having a look at this paper yesterday and I thought, I ran a class with it when it first came out. And I thought, I haven't done much with it since. Maybe I should play with that. And then I checked and it was on the last chance list. And I thought, oh yeah. And then when I was pulling everything out, I thought, you know what? I could use some of this for scrapbooking pages. Okay, so that's super simple, isn't it? You could put a bit of ribbon, bit of twine. I'm not doing any decorating because I'm doing 3 cards and taking too long. But yeah, that's another card using that paper. Okay, so let's do one more, and this one is going to be a complete change of paper. So this is using the, I don't want the hello, so let me put that one back. I don't know what I'm going to use for this one. This will be a surprise to all of us. And I don't think I'll use Pretty Peacock. I think I'll use Lost Lagoon for this one. There we go. Ah, yes. Well, if you're getting close to moving, your supplies would be packed. Okay, so this one is another one of the die cuts from that die sheet, but it's a circle. And it's not cut completely. You could just stamp your sentiments straight onto this. And then I've gotten a petal pink card base. So I've gone with the one of the other colours in the card pack, in the paper pack. There we go. And see, once I did that from a sketch, this one, I started thinking. The brain started working, and it started thinking, you could do this, you could do that. So my Lost Lagoon piece is 7 centimeters by 14.8 or 14.9, and it's back of this piece is 6.5 centimeters by 14.8 or 9. So I am going to map those together. Yeah, I've got another friend, Lynn, that's just recently moved out of her 4-bedroom family home, and she's gone into a granny flat behind one of her daughters. Bought a new house, and there was a granny flat in the backyard, a 2-bedroom granny flat. So she's just recently moved into that, and she's had the same thing. She's packed up all her craft supplies. I think she's unpacked now. I'm still yet to go and visit her because I've been working and I haven't had a chance. So I really want to go up and see her. Okay, so now I need, what do I need? I need, I need centimetres, I think, to try and get this will do. Bring it down. Okay, I want to get it so I've got roughly, that's 1.5 and that's 1.5. So roughly 1.5 centimetres on either side. You can eyeball that if you're really clever. And some days I could do that. Not today, Josephine. Okay, if there's any hanging over at the edge, just get your snips and snip that off, but that looks okay. Then we've got this. Now, this works out to be with your 1 3/4 inch circle and your 2 inch circle punch. So I've still got the really old 1 3/4. And I think the 2 inch circle punch came back into stock. It's in the, these two are in the online exclusive range, I'm pretty sure. Okay, so I don't know whether to do, well, I'm going to need a bigger piece of Lost Lagoon if I do Lost Lagoon. Let's just punch out a pretty peacock and see what we think. And there's a new 1 7/8 of a punch. Yeah, I think my other friend Margaret, I think her daughter was horrified too. So that's going to go there. Now, look, here's a scrap. Let's just punch it out first. 1 3/4. I don't think I can use any more of that. Okay, and then that's just going to go on top like so. So, and I think I'll use, oh, I could use Pretty Peacock. I think I will go back to my first thought and get Pretty Peacock. And I've gone too long. I need to wind it up. Okay, and out of this set, I don't think Birthday Wishes will fit. Ooh. You know, it will. Let's go with it. Let's move it down here. And just take a breath and see if we've got it right. Oh, look at that. That looks good. Now we could also do this. We could also roll it in the ink. So we'll close that up. So that I use the 1 3/4 inch and the 2 inch punch. So let's, what to do with my glue? I'll put it away. And that's going to be too much near the edge. Let's get that onto this. Like so. And once again, I shall put that on dimensionals. Like so. Hi Sheila. That's okay. You can always go back and watch the replay. Oh, like watch it on replay. That's fine. That's what's so good about these videos. If you know, if you're working, it doesn't matter. And then this one is just going to go here. Like so. If I can get it straight. And should I put that up on dimensionals? Look, let's just do that. So we've used the Frames and Flowers Specialty Designer Series paper. That is on the last chance product list today, now. And there we go. How easy. So once I got a sketch going, fell asleep like that. Once I got going with my first sketch, I was able to get on a roll and keep going. So these are some of the things that, so I will go back and I will, you know, pretty them up with some bling. And let's put this one in the middle and get, you know, maybe poke a few more of those pieces into it. Like I did on this one, I poked a little spray because there's all those sorts of little sprays, and I'll put some embellishments on them. But that's using the Frames and Flowers Specialty Designer Series paper that's on the Last Chance product list. So go and have a look at that list. The things on that list are only there while they're there. Like once they're gone, they're gone. So you won't be able to get them once they're gone. So just keep that in mind. If there's something you really, really want, it's probably worth getting it now. So that's what we did today. I'll just hold this one up. So using a sketch to inspire me, and then to keep going with that beautiful paper. So I hope you enjoyed that. I hope it's given you some inspiration if we're lacking inspiration, how to sort of get started. And yes, Jackie Bolus, Clomp & Stampers, she's in America. She does great little videos, like 15-minute long videos with sketches, and they're really good to have in your stash and you can flick through them. So have a great rest of the week. Stay warm wherever you are. I don't know whether the rain's coming back. I think it might be. But stay warm and dry, and I will see you on Monday for Make It Monday. Bye for now. Thanks, girls. Bye.